Hi, my name is Eyitemi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry, business channel.
So you want to jackpot? Well, this video is for you. In this video, my friend and I are going to take you through all the options for jackpotting that we've explored. If you want to leave Nigeria, then you definitely should watch this video.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Eyitemi, a change maker, professional, and creative who is passionate about growing people and growing businesses. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and please always share my videos. It promises to always be impactful and insightful.
Eyitemi, start. What's the first option that you've explored since you went to leave Nigeria?
Oh well, like everybody else, Canada's PRO, yeah, permanent residency in Canada. That's the option I was looking up to. Yeah. So, like people would say, you need three things. One, you need to write IELTS. Two, you need to get your degree certified.
From West.
West, yeah, which is the preferred certification body. And then three, you apply to enter into the pool. And then you wait and pray to God.
Literally wait and pray to God. You know, before I actually moved to the UK, there's one point where I actually started Canadian PR. I was like, I want to leave. So I'd written IELTS in 2019, I think. So it was still valid. I think it's 2-year validity.
Yeah.
Then I now submitted my documents to Rex, had to get my transcript from school. And then I really started filling the form on the Canadian site. But I think you have to wait for West and they add that at the inside the pool. But yeah, it's easy. I think the only thing left there, I think things that help you with getting, so the Canadian PR has a points-based system, if I'm correct. So
yeah.
The more things that you have, if
score.
you have a Canadian job, that increases your score. If you have a master's degree or a PhD, that increases your score. If you have family in Canada, that also increases your score. So you just have to pile up points. At the end of the day, they'll ask you for a certain amount of money to prove.
Yeah, proof of funds.
Proof of
Oh,
funds.
also, if you're French speaking, extra points for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I think I also started the process, wrote IELTS. Out of a bet, I had a bet with a friend that this was too easy to write. All right, so I paid for the
How many
exam.
people have made IELTS to cost you in their mind?
I paid for the exam and I passed it. Yeah, passed it with 3 days of preparation. I was like, okay, let me just get ahead and do this thing. Yeah, and I created a waste account. That was 2019. As at today, I don't even think I finished that process. But yeah, that was pretty much for Canadian PR.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day.
One day. If I still do that in Shah, nobody get residency in 2 different countries. You understand what I mean? Anyway, and then there's the UK. So UK has a lot of options, right? So there's technician visa, which I made a video of, so I won't talk a lot about this video. Just go and watch it. But technician visa for people who are exceptional talent in specific fields, tech, media, arts, etc. ID tech. There's skilled workers visa. So skilled workers visa is sponsorship, and I know a lot of people that have moved with skilled workers visa. I think so the thing is I won't say it's relatively easier than technician, because one just requires you to do your own application yourself and you sponsor yourself. So you have to pay for your flights, your visa, your NHS by yourself. But with skilled workers visa, the company that's doing it for you would typically cover all the costs.
Okay.
So initially you just have to
just get a job.
Exactly. Basically just get a job and then write your IELTS. They'll literally even pay for your IELTS actually. So you pay for IELTs.
Thank God. My helper.
Some will actually even pay for your tuberculosis test.
My helper, look at me. Hey,
As they're
my employees are watching. If they watch the video, please. This is
Your
all just
employers.
bans. Sorry, my employers. This is all just bans, please.
Yeah, but skilled worker visa just get a job with a company that already has sponsorship license. And if you Google companies that have sponsorship license in the UK, you see a whole list. So you can deliberate about applying to them, and they'll basically just lift you up. Some will even give you Airbnb and pay for the Airbnb for the first month. Just enjoy your life.
Pay relocation for your partner as well.
Exactly, they'll pay for relocation for your partner and your kids, if you actually have kids. Literally, you just get a job.
Nice.
That's literally. And then there's also people who move for school. I think school is getting easier. There was a time when UK had that thing when you go to school in the UK, you have to come back. They don't give work permit, but now they've introduced it.
Post-study visas.
So I think give 2 years after your masters or whatever to do work permits, and then from there you can get a job and stay and all of that stuff. So those are the 3 main options I know for the UK. Which other ones do you know?
Other one, yeah. Not many people know about this. Please, if you're hearing about this, go start it immediately. It's Portugal's D7 Visa. So this program was designed initially as a retirement visa for old folks who wanted to retire in Portugal. Obviously, Portugal is the most pleasant place to live in, to retire and live in Europe, right? So they created this visa category for old folks who are done working, retired, and want to just enjoy life, just flex and live their old age in peace. So what the major requirements you need here for this visa is proof of retirement or pension funds amounting to 7,600 euros.
7,600 euros.
7,600.
That's like
approximately, with the fluctuating naira, today it can be 3.5, tomorrow it can be 4 million.
so that's like 8,000. No, like
Yeah.
$8,000.
Roughly.
It's not up to 10K.
Not up to. So yeah, you just need to show proof of funds.
And it's not like monthly, it's just like you have.
Just 1 year. Yes. Oh well, yeah. You can sustain yourself with that amount for 1 year, right?
Nice.
So you can show it in multiple ways. One, your pension funds. So if your company has been paying pension for you, you don't know what God has done for you. Two, you can also show proof of funds by say with incrementing income, say a rental property which you have, you're gaining recurring income from, or investments. Yeah, you can also use crypto investments as proof of funds for this.
But you can't use, is it that because it's retirement visa, you can't use something like your salary?
You can't use salary, but you can use savings.
You can use savings.
So your savings has to be about double the amounts. So something about 15,000 euros.
Right,
double
so
the
I can
amount.
just like lock money there and say, okay, I've saved this money for a while.
Yeah. So if you have that, you're good to go.
So investment, savings, pension funds, or rental or rental stuff.
Also, I think also investment in companies, you can that counts as well. So if
So
you have,
the angel funds.
if you're an angel investor,
Mad.
well, just go retire. If you have equity in a company, I think that's. I'm not certain about equity, but I think that counts as well.
But would it, because it's retirement visa, do you know if when you then move, it means that you can't work?
Oh no. So it used to be previously for just old folks. Now it's open to anybody. People want to live the nomad life. Now the most interesting thing about this visa is when you eventually get the residency, right? You are eligible to apply for a program called NHR, Non-Habitual Residency Tax Relief. It pretty much gives you tax relief for about 10 years. Yes. So, and that is if you've.
You know, I was like, you know how much tax I'm paying in the UK? Why didn't I explore it for a while?
So yeah, well, you're eligible. Doesn't mean you would eventually you would get it, but yeah, there's a possibility you would get it, right? So you might get total tax relief, or you get a percentage of your tax, right? And you should not have paid tax or lived in Portugal before to be eligible for this. Yeah. So once you get the D7 visa, D7 residency permits, you're eligible for this to apply for NHRO tax relief. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So you could continue working wherever you're working from remotely, live in Portugal, not have to pay taxes. How cool is that?
But yeah, that's actually like really, really dope.
Yeah, so the whole process is pretty much you reach out to the embassy in your country, your country of origin. It has to be from your country of origin. Reach out to the embassy there, Portuguese embassy, apply. They'll send you a list of all the requirements, but the major requirements is just proof of funds. Everything, I think you can get it. Then after applying, you get issued a 4 months temporary residence visa.
Right.
You get, so the 4 months, pretty much the process for applying for the residency takes about 3 months. So they give you 4 months.
So they give you enough time.
Enough time, yeah. So you go over to Portugal, apply for it.
So they give you like 4 months residency permit, and then you have to.
Yes. So the process takes 3 months, 4 months visa to cover it up. So you can apply for everything, do their police character checks and all that over there, apply for it. Oh yeah, another thing is you have to show proof of accommodation. Right. So
basically just like
so just get an Airbnb. Pretty much Airbnb has a policy that if you're renting a place over a month, you'd have to pay for it, right? But then you can choose Airbnb options with free cancellation. Free cancellation 48 hours before your trip. So you can choose that, pay for it, use as proof of. Then you have to show proof, I think proof of airline booking as well. Yeah, but those are just the major requirements. Everything is pretty easy to get. Like a police character certificate from Lagos, stamped by Ministry of Foreign Affairs. All that's pretty easy to get, right? Yeah, you get to Portugal, your first 4 months, apply for the actual residency. Then you get, so remember the first one is a visa, temporary residence visa. Then you get issued a temporary residence permit. And then after getting it, you can start living. So the permit is valid for 2 years, then renewable every 2 years. So 2 years, second time you're renewing it 2 years. At the 5th year, you become eligible to apply for permanent residency, or you can directly just apply for citizenship.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. I remember that we didn't mention that for like Canada. I know that for Canada, when you get like your PR, they give like a 5-year PR, and then you need to spend only 2 years out of that 5 years to be able to apply for another PR, or 3 years out of 5 years to be able to apply for citizenship. And that's like accumulative, not like at a stretch. Why for UK, whether it's like skilled workers visa or technician visa, you can get the permanent residency after 5 years, and then passport 12 months, at least 12 months after your ILR. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
So like all of this is not just the jackpot, it's like get another passport.
The goal is to get another passport and then come visit Lagos anytime you like.
Chop knuckle. And travel anywhere. Like you don't need to apply with Nigerian passport. Exactly.
Oh yeah, another important thing is that for this Portugal D7 visa, right, you're only required to stay 186 days in the EU. Not even in Portugal, in the EU.
In the EU.
So
That's anywhere.
months.
That's like Netherlands, Germany, Estonia, Norway.
Right. So 6 months per year for 5 years. And
To get the permanent
you're eligible for
residency.
citizenship or permanent residency.
Mado.
See how straightforward it is, right? So yeah, please go and apply for that.
Amazing. And then when we're talking about like skilled workers visa or like job sponsored visa, there are other countries that have it, not just the UK. Like, so for the EU, there's this thing called the blue card, where, so like you can get a job by a company in the EU, right? Like in Germany, in Amsterdam, wherever, right? But then there's a blue card where you have to earn like a certain, they have to be paying you like a certain amount for you to get that blue card. And that blue card then means that you can work anywhere in the EU. So even if the company that's not sponsoring you, maybe like you leave that job with your blue card, you can easily go and work for another country, in another country for another company without a new sponsorship, right? So you just have to like try and negotiate to that salary. And the blue card, I think there's a site, I'll probably put it in the links below. You can just apply for your blue card from here. And then if you get on that blue card website, they put your resume and stuff. So companies can actually see your profile on that website.
Okay, I didn't know about this
and
before.
if you get it, you can apply for the blue card yourself without the company. We go to the site, company can then hire you, or at least interview you from there and hire you from there because you already have the blue card, and they move you to anywhere in Europe.
So dope.
And the amazing thing in Europe is like Schengen visa, like
Schengen visa, you can travel around. Is it 46 countries?
Yeah, I don't know how many, but like
46 countries in Schengen
everywhere.
program, right? Like, life is so cool.
Life is cool.
Yeah, another interesting way to jackpot, all right, which most people have been doing since time immemorial, is going via school. So you apply to school abroad, you get admission, right? Use your admission to apply for visa, and you move. Now, working is remote, right? It can be done remotely. You can work from anywhere in the world at this point in time. So you can retain your job, jackpot to another country, continue working for your company here, and schooling. So you're getting income to pay through school or cover your living costs, right? Yeah. A very interesting one. Well, like UK just started recently, they copied actually. But Ireland, they've been doing 2-year post-study visa.
Yeah.
2-year post-study work visa. Yeah, for as long as possible. And most people have been taking advantage of that. Another interesting thing about school in Ireland is that you get 50% scholarship for most schools.
Like standard, like most of them will give you 50%.
If you have a first class or a 2-1, you get 50% off.
Mad.
Then you could apply for other scholarships again and then get 100% off. But yeah, standard, if you have a first class or 2-1, you just apply and you get 50% off for most schools in Ireland. Yeah. I know a couple of people who did this last year, some as well this year, and they've all moved, right? After your master's, even while doing your master's, you can take student jobs, right? I think for 12 to 15 hours a week, take that. While running your regular job here in Nigeria, no money is...
Are you saying me like kill yourself? You work for a company in Nigeria, you go to school,
please,
you have to get another...
I'm not advising you to kill yourself, I'm just advising you to make more money. Too much money is not enough.
It's kind of the same thing though. Like you can make more money by just like working for a good company and getting paid well.
Getting paid, okay, that well. No, but considering that you're studying, you don't have a work permit as at then. You can't do more than 15 hours or so in certain countries. Yeah. So it's just a way to get extra income and then live la vida loca.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So when I was planning to move to, one of the options I was also like exploring was like digital nomad visas. And there are a lot of countries that are opening up digital nomad visas, which is basically you're a freelancer or you work remotely and you want to be able to travel and go from country to country, right? Norway does it, Estonia does it, Germany even does it, Barbados does it,
Maldives.
Cayman Islands, Mauritius that is just here. Mauritius has their own like digital nomad visa. Dubai has a freelancer.
Dubai has an amazing one as well.
Freelance visa. The only thing is that most of these guys, they require you to get paid like certain amount of money per month or per year, right? But if you just Google like digital nomad visas, you see like a list of at least 15 countries in Africa, from between Africa, Asia, and North America, right? So like, and Europe, so like Norway, Germany, Estonia, those are European countries. Mauritius, Dubai, those are like...
I think Sweden does as well.
Yeah, Sweden does too. So like, literally just move, and most of them will give you like a 1-year digital nomad visa, and then most of them will allow you to like a tax split where you can say, okay, you're not necessarily resident here, so you can still be paying the tax to your main country, Nigeria, which most people don't pay tax anyway. They will give you like a way lesser tax than people that are actually resident there. You just need to like meet up their minimum criteria. And the visas are relatively easy to get. It's just like proof of funds, put in your application, and you can get it, and then buy your flight ticket, and then you can move around. So there are people who I know now who are doing like, they've gone to Dubai 1 year and they're going to another country, and going to another country. And with these visas, if you like, so if you get maybe for like Norway, and then you get it for 1 year, get 1 year. If you stay there for a long time, you can eventually get like an actual residency. Yeah, it's really cool.
So a lot of creative ways to explore, right? At one point in time, myself and Pills, we considered. At one point in time, myself and Pills, we considered traveling around the world.
We still have it in mind.
We still have it in mind.
Remote here, precisely.
Yeah. So there's this program, Remote Here, remotehere.com. You can check the link below. Remotehere.com, where you'd apply. It's pretty straightforward. Just come along with your money.
Yeah, exactly.
They have
around like $2,250
per trip. But they have trips planned across the world. So if you want to travel for 12 months of a year, they have trips planned. So 12 cities, 12 countries, multiple
month
cities,
in each country.
1 month in each country, right? They have planned accommodation, private accommodations for you, workspaces, private workspaces as well. Shared workspaces. What else?
They have some like internet, and they have some like
local experiences. That's the interesting part about it, right? The local experiences, curated experiences. So they've done it for years. They've had a lot of participants, and they've known how to fine-tune local experiences. So imagine going to Bali and then going on a meditation trip, going to Medellin and hiking or visiting war memorial sites, or going to Prague, and then having historical context.
So like
visit historical sites. Yeah. So like each city, you're exploring something new. You're learning a new language, if possible. You're trying new cuisines. You're meeting new people. It's just amazing, right? So yeah, we plan to do it for.
We'll still do it.
We'll still do
I
it.
still have it as in part of my bucket list. I think the thing that fascinates me about remote here is one, the community that you find, where you're not just traveling by yourself, and you're going to travel with strangers who are also like remote workers or freelancers or entrepreneurs, not tied to like working from a specific place. And you're like, I think between 15 and 25 people per trip, right? So that's like one of my favorite things. Like, oh, I get to meet like other people who are probably like me, like entrepreneurs, freelancers, all of that stuff. And then also the fact that you get to live in each city for 1 month.
Year.
So like it gives you like each city is 1 month. So if you're doing like the 3-month program, you do 3 cities. If you're doing the 4 months program, you do like 4 cities, 6 months, and 12 months. So like,
and there's a 1 month as well.
Yeah. So each city is 1 month. That's enough time to sort of like really have a sense, get immersed in that particular city. So yeah, definitely step out of my bucket. If somebody wants to sponsor my remote year trip, I promise I will make videos and stuff, and I'll do like just like sponsor me to remote year 3 months. That's all.
We'll give you amazing content.
Everything. Yeah.
But yeah, so remote year, pretty much remoteyear.com. It's pretty much like about $2,500 or $2,200 per month. They provide everything. Flights in between countries. You only just come with your visa. Yes, you have to also your visa.
That was the part that stopped us in our tracks, because like we want to go to like North America or want to go to Europe, and we're like, okay, most of the people that go are probably like they already have like British passports or US passports, and we have like green passports. Like visas are harder for us, and remote here, that's I think the one drawback. You have to apply for your visa by yourself. And you also have to like take care of your feeding, but like the in-flight
Everything,
trips
yeah.
and experiences. But
All
yeah.
handled, all covered in costs. Yeah.
And then I think the last way that we won't talk about on how to like relocate is like African residencies.
Oh yes, unexplored part of jackpotting that people do not take into cognizance. So yeah, I know a couple of folks who have relocated to other African countries in recent times, mostly francophone countries. They tend to have this welcoming hands for strangers, right? For tourists, for nomads. So yeah, I know if you intend to relocate to an African country, yeah, you look up things like about the economy, the food, culture, how welcoming they are to foreigners and all that. Once you're satisfied with whatever you find, yeah, go ahead, look up their residency programs. So I know for West African countries, as a Nigerian, you could travel to all West African countries with your Nigerian passport or ECOWAS passports, right? And stay for 180 days.
Yeah, that's about 6 months.
That's about 6 months. So I know someone who what she's been doing, she goes to a country, stays for like about 4 or 5 months, and then moves to another West African country. So she's just rotating around.
That's amazing.
She earns in dollars.
Yeah.
Pretty much lives life on the go, living in Airbnbs, having local experiences in each of these countries.
Yeah.
Learning languages, trying new food.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, when I think about all the, like, most of the options that we mentioned, I think for like an average Nigerian, the only drawback is just like most of them requires you to finance yourself. So with digital nomad, good job, or whatever. With technician visa, you do that yourself. Canada PR have proof of funds. D7 visa have some level of proof of. So most of them would require you to like have your own money or have a job that can sort of like sustain you. But like the two like cheapest one would then be either you get a job sponsorship visa, or you go to school. But school based on scholarship, right? And there are lots of scholarships everywhere. That probably be another video or something with somebody else that has gotten school scholarships. I haven't yet. But like if you're like, oh, I don't have money to do all of this, like proof of funds, buy my ticket, pay for my visa and all of that, then explore school and apply for scholarships. Or apply for jobs, mostly, yeah, any kind of job. But I think for me, I know that mostly tech jobs are sponsored these days. But I also know there are people that have, Germany, Amsterdam, Netherlands, US, UK, Estonia. Those are like, Republic. Places that a lot of tech people are getting like sponsored work visa. But I'm sure that people who are not working in tech that have gotten sponsored also, in the past. So it's like, just do your research and apply for these jobs, and your job will literally take you. So that too is like, apply for a job, go to school and get scholarship. If you don't have money, if you have money, then you have options. So please.
Oh yeah, if you have money. So there is a site I used to go. I go there for motivation. Like once in a month, residencies.io. The link will be below as well.
Let me go there now.
Residencies.io. So you can pretty much see a listing of all countries that offer residency plans. So residencies for age folks, senior citizens who are looking to retire, something like the Portuguese D7 visa. There are golden visas where you do investments and get residency.
Or you do investments and get passport.
Yeah. Then there are also residency programs where you start a business. So for example, in Rwanda, I think that's another part that people explore now. Rwanda, you just need to start a business and then you get a 2-year residency.
And you get a residency permit.
And I hear it's very cheap. It's under $100.
And you can get it like this, like
you get it in 2-3 days. Under $100, 2-3 days, you get your business registered, you get your residency, and you move to Rwanda. Kenya as well, I think Kenya has something similar. Zambia, well, with the new president that just came in, we're hearing things are going to change, and they'll have a similar program where you register a business and you get residency. Ivory Coast, you could just pretty much, since it's a West African country, you can move there, apply for residency. I hear it takes 30 minutes to apply for a 5-year residency. It takes 30 minutes in Ivory Coast.
5 years?
Yes. Then there's Senegal as well.
We've done a lot for you guys in this video.
Consider all these countries. Please, Jackpot.
He says, please.
I'm able to say this. But yeah.
Let's say it to my contact, but say it first. He said they will catch us. Why are you even teaching people how to move?
But please, they not tie your navel to this land now. And maybe some official, but not my own.
In other words, right, I think it's mostly like a thing of desire, right? But there are lots of options, right? Yeah. There are lots of options. Like, I know that some people are like, oh, they want to move specifically to Canada, specifically to the UK, to like America. But even before you do them, you can move to Cote, move to Accra, move to Dubai, move to Mauritius, right? And then, you know, from there, kind of life just becomes easier for you, and then you can work to move into like the more, I don't know, bigger countries that you want. But yeah, we're going to drop as many links in this description below for you to go check out these things. But, you know, share this video, tell us thank you, right? Share with all your friends and your family that want to leave Nigeria and leave the country. And you know the funny thing, like, this is not even just specific to Nigerians. There are people in other countries, literally almost everywhere, that can still go to the UK, go to Canada, do digital nomad visa. So literally, anybody that you know that wants to relocate out of where they are, share this video with them. They'll be grateful to you. You can even ask them for money later. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video to the end. I will see you in another video. Peace out.
Welcome to my channel.
It's bye-bye from the channel.
Bye-bye from my channel. Please come back again.
Peace.